A lot of big news happening in the first few weeks of 2018. President Trump's tax plan is already helping countless Americans not only save money on their taxes, but they're getting raises at work. The stock market's at an all-time high, almost 26,000 points, and black unemployment is at a record low, the lowest in almost 50 years. The lowest since they've actually been keeping track. But all day yesterday, Martin Luther King Day, the mainstream media kept reporting fake news that President Trump's a racist and he just doesn't like black people and he's bad for them. There was a little hiccup in their propaganda though when the Clown News Network's Don Lemonhead was interviewing Martin Luther King Jr.'s nephew when he refused to call President Trump a racist for his supposed comments referring to certain African countries as asshole countries, something that CNN continues to obsess over as they're still sounding like drunken sailors. Don't worry, I won't play their profanity in this video. Check my previous one if you missed it though.
You know, I use the word ignorance, and I think I'd rather say uninformed because ignorance has a more of a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
But the president, I do not think is a racist as we have traditionally known in this country.
But what is it if you're racially uninformed and you're ignorant? What does it matter whether you're? But doesn't that make you racist by? And maybe you're just ignorant. You don't know that you're racist.
Look at how disappointed Don Lemonhead looks.
No, what it means, Don, is that maybe you have said or done some racist things unknowingly.
That's
and so
kind of
that
what
does,
I just said, but then that makes you a racist.
No, it makes maybe what you said or done a racist act, but it's not an act it's not racism in your heart. You know, you can do some things and not.
Look at how confused Lemonhead is. It just doesn't compute that some people may say things that some people interpret as racist, or may actually be racist, but that doesn't mean that the person is a racist. Please try to set this moron straight, Isaac.
You can do some things and not be aware that you are doing them. And I think that that's largely the case with President Trump. Now, you can say with his genius and his great wealth and his accomplishments over the years, he should be better informed. You know, that's a legitimate argument, but...
How dare you, a descendant of Martin Luther King, come on CNN and not declare that President Trump's a racist so we could use that to further our agenda? Look at this, he almost breaks down into tears and starts crying live on the air.
He's unaware, so that doesn't make you less racist because you're aware or you deny your racism. You're saying that he said what he said to John Lewis, and you're saying, well, maybe over the years he's done something.
Look at him.
He promoted the whole racist birther movement. Mexicans are rapists.
Look at him literally reading off the talking points that the producers prepared for him.
There are
Okay, well,
15 examples that I can go through. How much more evidence do you need?
Well,
because even some Klan members don't think they're racist.
Oh, it gets even better. After Lemonhead was literally just reading off the talking points prepared by his producer, which they then put up on the screen, the racially charged comments that President Trump has said, then the guy came back and countered with this.
So you can look at the list. There it is right there.
Well, let's take those. The Mexican comment, if you remember, and the media, to their credit, did start after their initial run of it. Right after that, he said, and I'm sure there are some good people.
He said, I'm sure some of them
are good people.
Good. I assume.
Right.
No, he said, I assume. That doesn't mean he knows. He says, I assume some of them are good people.
But Don, if you're a racist, you're assuming that all people who are not like you are bad people.
No,
or
no,
subhuman,
no, no, no.
or subhuman. Don, that's what, and that's why I felt the need to speak out, because we can't have shifting definitions, because we really are approaching a transformation point in America.
That's for sure. CNN is beyond Orwellian at this point, and it is enemy propaganda. Oh, don't go away yet. It still gets even better. Then Don Lemonhead went on to accuse Martin Luther King's nephew of trying to, quote, capitalize off of his name, which is strange because that's exactly what CNN was doing by having him on the show, hoping to squeeze out of him that President Trump was an evil racist.
People are wondering what is in it for you. Are you capitalizing off of Dr. King? Because you cannot believe that this president is not racist if you listen to what he says and if you look at the history of his behavior.
Yes, Don, it's him who's trying to capitalize off of the Martin Luther King name, not you guys. Then after the commercial break, when Don Lemon came back for the next segment, he apologized for actually having the guy on the air.
Back Now Live, I had no idea that conversation was going to go that way. I did not invite that man on to argue, but that's just where the conversation went, so that was real. President Trump insisting he is not a racist, but the firestorm he created with his hole or house remarks not going anywhere
again,
anytime
Don!
soon.
I bleeped that, but on CNN they're still talking like a bunch of drunken sailors. Apparently they couldn't get it out of their system last week when everyone on their network kept saying it every other sentence. Listen, Don, we don't care that you're fixated on what you do in your personal life is your own personal business. But please, for the sake of the children, just stop spreading it over the airwaves. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These people are literally mentally ill, which is why I'm selling my Liberalism Find a Cure t-shirts, long sleeves, and hoodies, which I hope you guys will get from my online store at markdice.com or clicking the link in the description below. There's all kinds of different styles and colors, so I hope you guys will pick one up. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, so I appreciate your support. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here if you're new. Check back every day for a new report. I'll see you tomorrow.